I lost my mouse for a minute. Okay. Alright, we're gonna... Actually, let's go stand like over here first. Something slightly more unassuming. There we go. Hello. This music is way too loud. It's not the world's music. I have my own playlist, of course, but I have cranked it to a ridiculous volume. So let's go ahead and make that much quieter. Okay. Hello, everybody. Yes, Sunday Bunday. It has been far too long. Yeah, we're gonna we've definitely got some games to talk about. I think what we'll do is first I'll show you this world, and then I think we'll like sit and chat for a sec, right? Yeah, I know. They showed a new Crazy Taxi. They showed off Persona 4. They actually teased, Persona 6, which was kind of insane. Just big day for games. I didn't even realize. I was too busy cooking food, and then all of the sudden, I guess there was a Microsoft event or something. But apparently, that's we'll talk about video games later, because one of the main reasons that we're doing this stream tonight is not video games. Well, maybe, technically video game. But, so, today, I got a message from someone named, let me see what their name is again. They are Nove Red Wolf, right? Which, by the way, now that I think about it, I've actually interacted with this person before. Hang on. Oh my god, yeah, they made the Fruitiger Arrow world. Yeah, I already know this person, never mind. Either way, they sent me a message, and they were asking me, like, oh, hey, Cake, what song do you use for Whispering Oaks? Because I really like that world, and I was thinking about putting it in my own world, right? It's like, because I have my own mall, I recreated a mall from, my childhood from the 2000s, and I'm like, okay, let me take a look, and this, I'm not kidding, this is genuinely one of the nicest malls I have ever seen in VR chat, or just in general, like a 3D recreation, right? And I was like, I have to show this place off. It is lovely. It is a beautiful, beautiful place. It does run a little heavy. It might just be my own computer as well, being silly. But, Tile Trend, thank you for the sub. Thank you for being the best streamer, Cake. Well, I mean, you know. Thank you. Lost in Loopholes, thank you for the gift sub as well. And before we get... Oh my god, I shrunk my window. I shrunk my window too small. Okay. Hi, Cake, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. I went to the gym yesterday with my friend. We exercised, as you do. We made fish tacos, and we drank Truly Unrulies. And I may have gotten intoxicated, but it was really nice. S-Rank, thank you for the sub. Hell yeah. Holy bun. Yes. Alright, you know what? Let's not get any more delayed. I want to show this place off. So we're going to switch to first-person mode. Boop. Alright, I'm pretty sure... Yep, this is first-person mode. Hello, everybody. Alright, so this is the Plaza Imperial, and it's from, like I said, Nove Red Wolf, who is a Spanish creator. And they've made a couple worlds that I'm actually familiar with, and I would really like to stop shrinking my window, if that's okay. Noodles, thank you for the sub. I like that name, by the way. That's a good name. But either way, apparently it's based off of a real mall in Spain. Apparently the mall now is abandoned and vandalized and stuff, but they've kind of done their best to, like, recreate it in a more, like, clean state. I've walked around here, not in VR, I've just kind of looked real quick, and it's really, really nice so far. You're gonna have to forgive me because I don't speak a lick of Spanish. For anyone in this chat that does, you can feel free to call me stupid or something. Oh my god. Oh, whoops. Okay. I guess. Oh no. I guess that comes off. That's a pretty good looking burger, actually. It actually looks like a Whopper. Oh god. Whoops. Almost dropped that in my cleavage. Whoops. It's okay. There's nobody here. Can I pick up any of this other stuff? No, I guess not. I understand Japanese. Well, we're in Spain though. We don't need Japanese in Spain. I didn't have time to look up the real mall, but I guess it would also be called Plaza Imperial. There's more to see though. It's a pretty big place actually, with a really unique style. One you don't normally see. Also, people are asking people ask me about like video game stuff and whatnot. I do want to talk about it, but I want to look around the mall first, if that's okay. So let's just do the bottom floor first. The detail is insane. Like, just the amount of effort into this recreation is phenomenal. It's a gorgeous mall. Yeah, the music that actually plays in this is some kind of distant, like, Spanish song, and I'm pretty sure it's copyrighted, so I just have my own, you know, my typical, like, vaporwave playlist going on right now. Yelmo. Oh, Supersonica, thank you. Yeah, no, this mall is really nice. We're gonna start walking around it. I wonder if all the, like, movie posters and stuff are, like, from an exact moment of time, or if it's just kind of like a general 2000s thing, right? When did Iron Man come out? Like the first Iron Man. That wasn't a 2000 movie, was it? Or was it like a 2007 movie or something? I don't know. It was 2008. Wow. Okay, yeah. So like late 2000s. Holy ravioli, that's cool. Okay. God, the amount of detail. I'm envious. This person is an amazing modeler. They made the Fruitiger Arrow World a little while ago too. It was like one of the earlier ones that's kind of like a lounge. That one's really neat. It looks like there's 3 floors. I don't think there's a ton though. You can't really go into any stores because I you know, the mall is closed, and I'm the last person that would ever complain about having a bunch of closed stores in a mall, you know. We've got a bunch of movie posters. Luvia de Albondigas. I probably butchered the hell out of that. Mamma Mia. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Okay, I have a controversial opinion. I actually don't mind that movie. I don't think it's that bad. I remember back in the day, everyone just hated it, right? And I'm just like, yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's really not that bad. It's certainly not as bad as, you know, what they do now, you know? This has nutty airport vibes. When you think about it, airports and malls are related, you know? Let's go downstairs first before we go upstairs, because apparently you can go inside the cinema. This is just what going downstairs is like for me. I think pretty much everything's closed now that I think about it, but it's so detailed. They got all the little ridges and like the lighting in between the gaps here. You know, they got all the special funky lights. It's really nice. I gotta up my modeling game, dude. I really do. Stairs seem fun for you. I don't know if fun is the right word. They're certainly an activity. Okay, I know this is such a silly detail, but I fucking love these, like, screens. The, like, rounded, kind of very, like, late 2000s looking screens. With, like, you can tell it has, like, the glass and plastic look, you know? It's so fun. Obviously, because we don't really have bezels with screens and stuff anymore, you don't really, like, see it as much, but... I definitely miss the look, even if, like, what we have is, like, I guess technically better, but there's character to the old stuff, you know? We are in a mall. We're in a very nice mall, Plaza Imperial. It's a Spanish mall by another creator who I've encountered before. Very nice person. They're apparently a big fan of my worlds as well. They slapped a Wacom on the pole and called it a day. No, I can just imagine that, you know, that's the kind of screen that would be on it, you know? Also, Wacoms have never looked that good. Looks more like an old Huey on than anything. I like the detail of, like, they actually included fire hoses and stuff. Like I said, the detail is just kind of crazy. It looks like a real place. It feels like a real place, you know? Oh, can I go in here? Oh, it's an emergency exit, okay. Alright, let's go upstairs. Muerde la pasta. What does that mean? I thought that means, like, death. I know it doesn't, but I thought it did. Yeah, I have my own music because they have copyrighted 2000 Spanish music, which I'm not going to be playing. It sounds great. If you go to the world, definitely, you know, turn on the music, but I have to have my own because of VOD reasons, so that the video doesn't get taken down. Muerde means bite. Muerte means death. Okay, thank you. So it means bite a pasta. Okay, if it was a T, it would be death. Gotcha. Alright, let's go to the theater, actually. Cake, what's your opinion on Kane Pixel's Backrooms or The Oldest View? Those are two different questions entirely. I really like the Backrooms movie. I really like Oldest View. I like everything Kane Pixels does. Actually, wait, let's go back here. There's, like, candy. Hang on. Also, the reason we don't have moisturize today is because my refrigerator is broken. I have no ice or cold water. So I did not feel like drinking room temperature water for stream. You'll have to forgive me. Candy. Alright, which one of these am I tearing up? These are probably pretty damn good. You can never go wrong with these. Are those the... Oh, these are the little candy raspberries. I love those. The candy berries. Oh my god. Where are the cola bottles? I don't see any, unfortunately. There is licorice, though, which I know lots of you are a big fan of. We got sour gummy bears. Hey, Rare, thank you for the sub. I'm celebrating my 42-month mod anniversary. Damn, I'm an onk. How do you think I feel? Warm water, Chad, sound off. Listen, man. This is probably not how you're supposed to pick this up. Rare, thank you for your service, by the way. Rare is one of my main mods. One of my peacekeepers. Dude, I'm so fucking thirsty, bro. I had a cup of coffee, or like right before the stream. Fiesta? Oh, it's like a birthday party room. Awesome. I know that normally you would put in, like, you know, tables and stuff, like, oh, here's a table with chairs and, like, a birthday cake and, like, presents and stuff, but I love the idea of just, alright kids, time for the birthday party, go to the birthday room, and then they just put kids in with nothing in and then just close it. Happy birthday. Let's go inside the theater. Oh. Is this Coraline? Alright, well, okay, we're not watching it. Don't worry. Wow, look, nothing. This is really nice looking, and it's not just random assets either, like... Because I've obviously looked around a lot at, like, different assets and stuff for making buildings and malls. And all of this is, like, original. This is all very nice. I need to collaborate with this person or something. They make really excellent worlds. Don't spoil Digital Circus for me, please. I haven't seen it yet, and I'm not gonna see it in theaters. I'm just gonna wait for it to come out on YouTube, as much as I love Digital Circus. I wonder if you can go anywhere else. Wow, I can't believe just how much detail is in this. Are these each AC units? I know the movie came out already. I'm just saying don't spoil it. Kung Fu Panda. I guess you can only go into one theater, which makes perfect sense. One week away. How much longer is it going to be before it comes out on YouTube? Is it going to be just a week or 2 weeks? Because I don't know. I heard that people are really fucking nasty and terrible at the movie theater. Like, they were bad in Backrooms. I had to deal with some fuck in the Backrooms movie, but I can't imagine what it would be like dealing with Digital Circus people. He-Man or Backrooms? These are the choices at my local theater. I've heard He-Man was actually fun. I've heard people that actually watched it enjoyed it, you know? Obviously, it came out at a bad time, though, because Backrooms, like... My theater was nice, but I'm in Finland, so most people aren't loud and annoying in public. So the thing about Americans... Exploding Party Hats. Excellent name, by the way. The thing about Americans is that we're getting worse. And the world is apparently becoming everyone's living room. Everyone wears, you know, pajamas and makes a mess and is loud and does not care about the smell or comfort. Or the smell or discomfort they cause lately. Ozone Bowling. Oh, I want to go in here. I bet this is awesome. Like I said, you can't really go into most of the places, but at the same time, that's, you know, it's not the point, right? The whole point is just being a really nice recreation of this person's mall. You can go into Burger King, which that's pretty cool. And it's a damn good Burger King, too. It's a really nice Burger King. Freshly toasted sesame seed buns, freshly sliced onions for the best burgers. I know I've just come back in here, but, like... This is, like, a really basic-looking Burger King menu. I guess there's no special promotions or anything at the moment. I want a drink so badly, bro. My fridge is broken. We've had to, like... We had dry ice in there earlier, and now it's just gone. Do they have the crowns? They do, but I don't think you can pick it up. Also, it doesn't have a, like... I mean, I know you can't see it very well, but the crown is right here. I might go to the store and get, like, a drink or something later. Got a drink machine. See, this is just making me thirstier, because I had, like, a bottle of water today, that was it. It's what I come here for, bunny boy. Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, I know I've said it already, but I'm just kind of blown away by how cool this place is. I do kind of wish there was like a little bit more to do. Just maybe like a couple more places you could go into. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, right? I love me a good abandoned mall. So, yeah, like I said, I'm like the last person to talk about that, right? I've made like 16,000 malls that are all abandoned, so... Where is this cake? This is, Plaza Imperial. And it's, like I said, it's a recreation of this person's childhood mall. Ooh, wow, that was, like, almost in my shirt. There we go. Really, really nice. Really nice. Let's find a nice cozy spot to hole up in, because... my computer's still acting a little funky if I... look at too many things at once. It's in Spain, actually. This is a Spanish mall, which is why everything is in Spanish. I do not speak Spanish. I am a very typical American. You know what? This isn't so bad. This isn't so bad. We might end up exploring a couple more places because I like world hopping, and it's very relaxing and a lot of fun. But I definitely wanted to like highlight this place first. It's excellent. The fact that there are people out there making malls that I can go to makes me really, really happy. I am a little jealous, I'm not gonna lie. The detail of this mall is absurd. It is just like, I mean, you just look up here, right? Hang on, let me, you just look up and you see, like, the detail of the rafters and all the railing and stuff, and it's like, what the fuck, man? I'm so... I'm a little jealous. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little jealous. You just call me fucking gringo? I mean, you're not wrong. Either way, I really want to find, like, a nice background. It's funny. I do feel a little out of place being a fucking cartoon character hanging out in this, like, extremely realistic mall. But then again, this is also my natural habitat. This is a more modern-looking mall than you'd think, too. Like, this is one of those malls that definitely had, like, a lot more money back in the day, you know, in terms of, like, how they designed it and stuff. Let me go downstairs, actually. I kind of like it downstairs. Hi, Cake, looking big today. I am the same size I always am. But hello. You gotta make a hyper-realistic PB model just for this map. Oh my fucking god. I actually do have, not a realistic, but it's like the bomb PB model. I kind of want to edit it and update it, though, because it is a unique-looking style. It is different. But either way. Yeah, you know what? I like this spot. I like this spot. You got the escalator, you got the movie things, you know. Very, very realistic mall. Very nice, though. Alright, so now that we've looked around here, I'm going to address some things, right? Because people have been asking me about... Wait, what the fuck? Hang on. Oh, it was the music! Okay, I was like... I genuinely thought my air conditioner was dying for a second. I was like, oh my fucking god, what is that? Okay. Alright, so, while I was away, apparently there was a huge gaming event. There was a big Microsoft thingy, right? And they announced a bunch of things, and it was apparently a lot more interesting than the Summer Games Fest, which is really, really funky to me, because normally it's kind of the other way around, you know? I know there's also like a PC gamer event thing, but I mean, there's literally never anything announced there that I would want, so... But let's see, what did they talk about today? The things that at least caught my eye. One, they're making a prequel to Gears of War that actually looks really good. You know, I guess it's called E-Day or something. I haven't played Gears of War since Gears of War, like, 3. years ago, so obviously I've like missed out on a ton of Gears of War things and lore and whatnot. But I watched some gameplay of it, which by the way, I was thinking about this the other day. I really miss when game trailers were just like gameplay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of sick of cinematic trailers. Like, I kind of get the idea, right? Where it's like, ooh, you gotta show up, make it kind of look like a movie and get people excited about the plot. But it's like, no, I want to see the actual, like, physical video game, right? I was thinking about, like, the Dead Rising trailer and just how good it looked, you know, all those years ago, because it's just pure gameplay. The only thing the game is telling you is like, oh yeah, this looks fun as hell, you know? And the Gears of War trailer kind of reminded me of that, because it is just a level in that game where it shows what it looks like, and it's like, yeah, that looks like Gears of War. That actually looks like a lot of fun. Neat. So, you know, I don't know if I'll play it, because again, I'm not caught up in Gears of War. But at the same time, it is a prequel, so maybe it actually wouldn't be the worst place to jump into. Who knows? But let's see, what else do they have? They have, well, they announced Persona 6. They just, we knew it was happening, but it's real, and they teased it, and it's probably going to be about ghosts and hauntings and stuff, which I'm excited. I'm excited. I love Persona. Who doesn't love Persona, right? But the fact that they finally were just like, by the way, here it is, it's like, ooh, I can't wait. And not gonna lie, I love Persona 5. Persona 5 is one of the best games I've ever played, but I am ready to see new characters and a new art style. I'm ready, not art style, but like a new style, you know what I mean? Every Persona game has its own like unique graphic style, and you know, Persona 4 is all 70s Scooby-Doo-ish, which by the way, they showed that more. They showed Persona 4, and I'm just like, yay! You know? Because I'm so fucking hyped for Persona 4. I can finally play it, right? I've never played it. I know it's like a PSP game or something originally, and then they re-released it on PS3 at one point, but it's like, I'm waiting for the remake. So, which I know somebody might be like, also we got some other, I know somebody might be like, well, that's not the real reading. Listen, I just want to play it when it's all nice, because old Persona is mean. It's a meanie bobini game, and it frustrates me, and I don't want to deal with it. So, when is Persona 4 coming out? Next year, right? Like next February? I'm gonna be on that shit day one. I can't wait. What else did they announce? They announced a bunch of stuff, right? Of course, they announced Crazy Taxi, which I want to see more gameplay of it, because it looks fun, and I love the original Crazy Taxi a lot. It's one of my favorite Sega games, period. So, but here's the thing. There's one thing that bugs me. Well, there's two things that bug me. One, obviously, they announced that it's like, oh, by the way, we used AI a little bit in the developing process, and it's just like, okay, man, I guess. But the other problem I have, the bigger problem I have, is that where the hell is BD Joe, right? Like, you control Axel or something, right? Because he's the main character of the campaign. And it's like, oh yeah, he's got to get his stolen car back. And it's just like, yeah, where the fuck is BD Joe? BD Joe is the real main character of Crazy Taxi. It should have been about him. Who doesn't play as BD Joe, right? Who do you think about when you think about Crazy Taxi? You think about BD Joe and his bucket hat and his cool car. Yeah, see, Foxy, it's true. I'm just saying, BD Joe should have been the main character. That's my bigger problem with it. Everyone likes BD Joe. Feeling like a wobble today. I can do a little bit of a wobble. No problem. That's more like a shake, isn't it? Either way, I'm gonna have to see more of that game first. Let's see, they announced more stuff for Sonic Racing, I guess. I didn't look at that trailer. All I know is that, like, Godzilla or something is in it, which, I know that Godzilla, to me, is... it's like blue cheese, where it's like, I don't like it, but everyone else does. And I respect... Well, no, I like Godzilla more than I like blue cheese, because I hate blue cheese, but I keep trying it, whereas Godzilla is more like I just don't have any interest in it. You know? Godzilla and Evangelion. What kind of game is this now? This is the everything video game. This is... I mean, there's like Minecraft and SpongeBob and a bunch of other Nickelodeon stuff. And Godzilla and Evangelion and just... What is this game? It's everything. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, of course. Oh my god. Wait, if it's an Evangelion crossover, does that mean there's going to be like really nice models of the main characters? That's kind of cool. That's a nice thing to have, at least. I haven't watched Evangelion in like 10 years, so I barely remember it. I remember the ending where they're like applauding him, and then everyone hated the ending so much that they made more of it. That's literally all I remember. Rey was a racer, at least. This is literally Nintendo don't want to make. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. Mario Kart World, they really needed to announce more things with it. It really needed to keep going and have some hype. Because the fact that it's come out, and it's been out this long, and they haven't, like, said anything new with it, is a little disappointing, right? And maybe that's unfair to think of, like, a game that way, right? Because, you know, a good game doesn't need DLC, right? But Mario Kart kind of feels like it's getting left behind a little, you know? There wasn't as much stuff to unlock in it. All the tracks are what you get. There's nothing secret that you really unlock. And it's just kind of like, I don't know. There's like there's costumes in the game, but like kind of a disappointing lack of them for certain characters, and it's like, I don't know. It just kind of makes me want to go back to Mario Kart 8, you know? Meanwhile, Sonic is over here driving circles around it. Like, there's all kinds of hype around him now, where they're just introducing new characters that people like, and people actually like the racing and the gameplay, right? Mario Kart World is just weird. It's just it feels like a wonderfully well-made work of art that is also dead. I don't know how else to describe it, you know? My best guess is that the Mario Kart World DLC will be shadow dropped at the next Direct or come out really soon after. You know, I hope so. I hope that something can happen to revitalize that game, because the open world aspect of Mario Kart was a cute idea that I don't care anything about. Because when I play Mario Kart, I definitely prefer to do like track to track to track, right? And I don't want to drive from track to track, because those in-between races are not fun. I don't care what Nintendo thinks. Those are not fun. They never were. It's a good idea. They need a reason to want to explore the world. Yeah, there's really not that much. There's like coins and little missions, I guess, but it's like, what else do you do, you know? Maybe you unlock stuff, I guess, but I don't know. Cake, why not try Sonic Crossworlds on Switch? Because I suppose that I need to, I guess, mitigate my gaming for the next little while. I don't really, ironically, I don't actually play video games all that much, but I'm probably going to, because I'm kind of like taking a little bit of a break, I suppose, from like just worrying about making stuff. That Super Show World definitely kind of took it out of me a little bit. It's not that I hate Sonic games, it's that, money. Money is a thing. More so in my life recently, in terms of things popping up. So the idea of buying Sonic Worlds Racing is not quite on my radar. Like, I might at some point. It looks fun. But again, I also... Here's the thing, nowadays, if I, like, buy a game, it has to be something that I really want to play, you know? And Sonic looked okay. But I can't even sit my ass down and play Mario Kart without feeling bad about it. So, you know, Cake is afraid to cheat on Mario. Nah, man. Mario would want me to have fun. Mario would be okay with me playing Sonic. It's okay. Nintendo, maybe not, but Mario would be okay with it. I can't deny, though, it seems like more people are definitely favorable when it comes to Sonic racing. What's the current game called? I forget what it's called. It's just Cross Worlds or something. I don't want to just call it Sonic Racing. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Okay, yeah. People I know are more hyped about it, but there's not often the incentive to really sit down and play it all that much, you know? No, the next game I'm going to play is, I'm going to force myself to sit down and play it. And you guys are going to be very, very, very disappointed in me to hear this, right? But, I am probably going to play Genshin Impact again. I know, I'm sorry. Don't look at me. Don't look at my shame. But I went to my friend's house in real life, and they were playing it, and they know about all the lore, and they're obsessed with it. And I was sitting down watching it, I'm like, man, I actually kind of want to play this again. Like, it's a really pretty game. And I like the character designs, and I don't know. As a Genshin fan, even I'm surprised. I don't know, it looks like something I might want to do. And the nice part is that my Hoyoverse account is okay. I had to go through that weird age verification thing, and, you know, afterwards I just kind of lost my account for a while. But I got it back, and it's okay. Shockingly, so it's like, well, here I am, back at Genshin Impact, but I ain't gonna lie. I have no fucking idea how to play that game or what to do. It's like Breath of the Wild, except less fun. And I played a little bit of it. I don't have any optional characters. All my characters are story characters so far. But I'm just going to level with you guys. There's a character in that game that I really want, and it's probably the only reason I'm going to play that game, which is, what's her name, Verissa? It's the cowgirl, the one with pink hair with braids, and her boobs are big, and she's like a luchador, and she eats a lot. Like, she's literally made for me. It's almost like they just took everything I liked and like poured it into a cast iron and said, look, Cake, here's your character. And I wasn't playing Genshin at the time when she came out, and I'm like, fuck, I really want to... I really, really want that character so bad. She's so fucking cute, and her boobs are huge. She's even got braids, and it's pink and blue hair. Like, what more do you want? So I'm probably gonna pick it up again. I got it reinstalled. I know, horrible. I wish you a fun and great new playthrough then. Thank you. I still have my account. I just picked up years after not playing it, having no idea what's going on. But then again, it's not like Genshin matters in the slightest. It's not like anyone knows what's going on, because it seems like the main character and that story just... they exist in the background. They're about as important to the story now as Sora is in Kingdom Hearts 3 whenever he goes to most worlds, where he just is sitting in the background watching the other characters do the real stuff. So, also Aaron Toon, thank you for the raid, by the way. Cake, you could play Bubsy 4D, bro. Yeah, that is actually a game on my radar. I don't think I'm gonna play full... I don't think I'm gonna pay full price for it, but I really do want to play that game. I've heard it's very fun. I've heard it's like probably one of the best platformers of the year, which is really fun. That's really nice that Bubsy now has an actually good game with no compromises, right? It's just a game that is fun to play. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. What a comeback. Who knew Bubsy would ever get anything made again, especially after that one really, really mediocre 2D game? I'm happy for Bubsy. You know what? Yeah, me too. I am happy for Bubsy. I'm not gonna say Bubsy deserved it, but it's definitely the comeback tale of a lifetime, you know? They gave Bubsy an ass. Wait, is Bubsy caked up in that game? Does he have a huge butt? Imagine Bubsy wins Game of the Year this year. No, that won't happen. Because one, it probably isn't, you know... It's probably not a 10 out of 10 game. And also, let's be real, you know who's gonna win Game of the Year? It's gonna be Mixtape. Like... Fucking Mixtape is probably gonna get Game of the Year because the people paid him off, you know? Who knows? And then High Guard is this, like, runner-up Game of the Year. Fucking Mixtape. 10 out of 10 game. IGN, thank you, IGN. Thank you for the, you know... Somebody asked me about mutagenics, and my genuine, honest answer is I have zero fucking interest in that game. Not because it's like a bad game or anything. It's just so not for me in every way. It's a tactics game, right? Now I really like the other parts of it, like the whole like weird mutant cat things, but the whole like tactical strategic part of the game, it looks horrific to me. It looks like a game that makes me want to kill myself. It's not my kind of game, but a lot of people love it, so go for it, you know? Mixtape. See, I was actually curious about Mixtape because, you know, people that game got a like hit on it because it got a 10 out of 10 by IGN, right, without actually being a game. And like I looked at the first like 10 minutes of the story just watching it, and I'm like, this fucking sucks. Oh my god, I cannot imagine playing hours of this game. This is... oh... It's like seeing something in the Spider-Verse style, but every character is bad. That's kind of how I felt about Mixtape. The main character is like kind of insufferable, and not in a way that like, you know, she's gonna like grow or change. Like, she fucking just sucks, bro. At least Life is Strange has choices, right? That's the thing. Life is Strange is a game because you actually make choices and things change depending on what you do. It's not for me, but at least it's, you know, a game. Mixtape, you don't make any choices. You don't do anything. It's a game that plays itself. You sometimes push buttons while you look at it. That's how you play Mixtape. It's got QTE segments you can't fail. You know what I mean? Like, if you do fail anything, it just rewinds and goes back. Like, what is the point? Just make it a movie. It should have just been a movie. A terrible movie, but, you know, a movie. Zaparion, thank you for the sub, by the way. Yeah, I saw the tongue scene. I saw it. Boy howdy, human beings animated that and said, this is cool. This needs to happen. Whew. Were you at Ferality this year? No, I don't go to public VR events. I heard it happened. But also, my VR's not been great. It's, whether it works or not is kind of a crapshoot. So, today it's working somehow. It's not working amazingly, but it's working. Oh, you don't know the tongue scene. Okay, let me tell you. So, in Mixtape, I don't know the, like, actual context of it, but in Mixtape there is a part where, you're making out with someone, right? And instead of it just being like a scene where two characters are making out, it does like an X-ray kind of, and it shows the inside of their mouths and their tongues and teeth, and one of their teeth has braces on them, and you actually like wiggle your tongue around, and it's fucking rancid. It's like... horrifying. I get what they were trying to kind of go for, because it's like, oh yeah, you get to interact with the kissing, right? But holy fucking shit, they could not have dropped the ball and made it even more disgusting. It was horrifying. Like, I guess if the point of art is to provoke and shock, maybe they've done something right. You know what I mean? All they had to do was show them kissing from an outside perspective. Yeah, they could have done that. They could have, you know, had them just kissing with both of them, and then, you know, if you have to control it, which there's no point, just have them kissing. But the fucking X-ray of the tongues wiggling around and the teeth, like, ew! Oh, God. The thing is, like, the thing about any art that is not for me, right? At the end of the day, if I don't like something, I'm fully just able to be like, yeah, it's not for me, right? It's not for me. But the fact that IGN gave them a 10, like, it put a fucking target on their back. It was the worst thing they could have done. They should have just gotten a 7, and then people would have played it and not cared that much, you know what I mean? But they paid off. They clearly paid them off. So IGN hates video games. IGN likes money. Let's be real. They enjoy money. And if a game company, which just so happens to be made by the daughter of one of the 5 richest people on the planet, yes, that's real. That is that is actually who made that game, by the way. And they get a 10 out of 10 immediately, despite it being a game you don't do anything in. Obviously, there's some skullduggery happening, you know? But whatever. Mixtape aside, mixtape is going to be a weird footnote of an industry plant, and it's also going to make us have to redefine what indie means, because now anything can be indie, even though indie things are quickly no longer turning indie anymore. But whatever. The target is earned because of the Cuphead incident. Didn't they, like, actually fully review Cuphead and like it? I thought it was just that one preview where that one game journo couldn't get over it, you know? Oh yeah, they did announce a new Cuphead. They announced 2 new Cupheads, actually. I forgot about that. They said that Cuphead 2 is being made. It's, like, fully animated. I hope it's the same 2 brothers, by the way, because I want them to have more, like, of a workforce to help them make it faster and with, you know, a little bit easier. But those 2 brothers need to be in charge of it because their art style and animation is stellar. And I can't think of anyone else who would, you know, be good for it, you know? But they're making Mighty Cuphead Adventure, which is like an 8-bit game. Which, it's funny because it feels like so many games eventually, like, get some kind of 8-bit or 16-bit tribute game, because now that the indie people, you know, made their first game and it made a bunch of money, they're like, alright, now we're gonna make a game for fun, you know? It seems like it happens all the time. It's so cool that the Mighty Cuphead Adventure will be playable on the Sega Master System. Did they specify what console it was going to be available on? Why would it be Sega Master System? Wouldn't it want to be the NES? I mean, hey, I'm not complaining, right? Because I actually like the Sega Master System. It's just I didn't see that. That's gonna be definitely a lot weirder for a lot of people to buy because it's not a super common console in the States. So, yeah, okay, Sega Master System, wow. I actually want to look that up later. Because how odd. Cool, I'm not complaining, it's just odd. I guess that means that people in Europe and Brazil are going to have a great time playing it. I have a Sega Master System, actually. I haven't hooked it up in a long time. But it's a fun console. In some ways, it's even better than the NES. It's got better colors, but I don't like the controller nearly as much. The D-pad on the Sega Master System fucking sucks. Thoughts on the Among Us show? Yes, there's... I mean, you know, 6 years later, there is an Among Us show. I need to watch it. I want to watch it. I know it's probably not going to be that good. But I want to watch it. It's apparently made by the Infinity Train person, which is, I mean, that's kind of cool. But, you know, again, I haven't seen it. The fact that it exists is a little weird. I do have one big criticism just looking at it, okay? One big criticism. I really think that the art style is kind of weird. It looks not that great to me. And this is going to be so silly, okay? I really feel like that show would look better if everyone had a thicker outline. That's literally it. I think if they just made that one change, it would look way better. It would look like an Among Us thing, right? It doesn't have to look one for one like Among Us, but at least could like kind of look like the art style just a little bit. But the fact that it's like all thin lines looking, it's just, I don't know. There's something about it that looks kind of gross to me. I can't like put my finger on it, but again, other than that, it looks kind of stupid and funny. I don't know. It looks like a nice thing to either laugh with or laugh at, you know? But again, they just released the first episode, right? I just need to like watch it. I know you can't have a series with no facial movement. Yeah, you can. I think that them like emoting with the little visor thing is actually cute. I actually like that. You got to get really creative. Oh, every episode is out. Okay, God. Okay. Oh, my abs. Okay. Ow. I did some core exercises at the gym yesterday, and I sneezed, and it all hit me at once. I felt my abs just all scream at once. Oh my god. Oh, pain. I was on a crunch machine where you sit down and you have weights and you have to basically just do crunches while you're sitting upright. And the thing is, it's always day 1 is always fine, but day 2 exercising is fucking ridiculous. Like, I always feel dead day 2. I had a little bit of a rest today. I just I'm doing this thing where every time I walk, I go for like every time I eat, I go for like a 10-minute walk right after, right? If that's not a day I'm walking 6 miles, which is every other day. But even so, I feel like tomorrow is going to be a sore ass fucking day, dude. We've been up in the weight. I do mostly leg and butt stuff at the gym, you know, as you would, you know, as you would imagine. But tomorrow I'm gonna try something else. You do what stuff at the gym? Butt stuff. Oh. I do glute exercises and leg exercises. No chest. No. See, in real life, I'm kind of built like a football player, right? I'm a pretty like strong dude in real life. And I want to avoid doing anything with my shoulders and chest because I've already kind of like up there, you know what I mean? I really want to slim that down. So I pretty much exclusively focus on my butt and my thighs when I'm at the gym. And I've started to put in some core stuff too, as well. I'm probably gonna do some more core stuff moving forward because my core is weaker than I remember. It used to be a lot better, and now anytime I do core stuff, it's just like, woo, you know. Why can't chest exercises give you huge boobs? That would be nice. I know, right? Unfortunately, to get boobs like these requires surgery. All that running. Oh, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. Ironically, if you do like too much cardio, you can actually like lose muscle in your buns and thighs. You have to do stuff with like weight bearing and whatnot. What? Excuse me. Oh man, I really wish I had a drink. I'm so thirsty. I'll get a drink after. See, I can't even use my soda, like, thingy that I got because the water would be warm. And I know some of you would be like, well, that's the way you're supposed to drink water, Cake. You're supposed to drink room temperature water. And my answer to that is, fine. You can go drink room temperature water. I'm gonna be over here enjoying my nice cold water, you know? Oh my fucking god. It's... Okay, yeah, they have it on Game Grumps, but it's Glacier is the name of the song, or the name of the person. Hang on. Sevia Sphere is the name of the person. I think the album is Glacier? Let me look. Yeah, it's Dolphin by Glacier, which in turn is by Stevia Sphere. An excellent vaporwave person. Spooky the Ooze, thank you! 25, let it ride, baby. Hell yeah. Drink the PP water. Okay, man. Yeah. Okay. You're frying fish? I'm okay. Oh! I made the best curry I've ever made in my life today. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. I gotta tell you about that. So, I haven't made Japanese curry in a while, but as you know, I'm a big fan. Right, and I've been trying to get better at it because for years I've been making the most mid-Japanese curry that you could possibly make. But the last couple batches I've made, I've started blending everything together, right? And I've started doing the right amount of like sauces and seasonings and stuff. And I made a bomb-ass curry. I made it so fucking good. I cooked the chicken separately so I could control like the temperature and the doneness of the chicken, and then I combined it all later, you know, like at the end. It was so cool. It was so good. You made curry without any cold drink. Well, I mean, yeah. I had to eat, you know. You never had curry? Japanese curry is delicious. I actually prefer Indian curry just a little bit more. It's a little bit more savory and whatnot. But Japanese curry, if you do it right, is phenomenal. It's a very comfy kind of meal, you know? What you're talking about sounds pretty solid. Oh yeah, I grated a carrot, I chopped up and caramelized an onion and garlic, and I put in a whole yellow pepper and a whole head of broccoli that I bought because I didn't want it to go bad. I don't add grated apple. It makes it too sweet. I did it once and I hated it. I don't like my Japanese curry too sweet. Coffee's not bad though. I just don't have much coffee left. But there's a lot of recipes that tell you to like grate an apple and then add Worcestershire and then like a carrot. And it just makes it too goddamn sweet. It tastes like steak sauce. I just don't like it. So I have my own recipe that's like a variation of it that makes it a little bit more savory without being too salty, because I don't like things to be a little like too salty. You don't add a lot of apple, nor do you add an entire apple. Yeah, I don't add any apple. I don't want any apple in it because it makes it too sweet. I've made it with apple plenty of times to know that I don't like it. So I've also seen people put honey in curry, and it's like, no. No, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But the curry I made was phenomenal. Also, let's go ahead and change our background a little bit, even though I like the composition of this shot. I kind of want to, like, go to the movie theater. Honey is overrated. No, honey is great. Honey is, like, a god-tier ingredient and sweetener, especially if you're on a cut like me. But I don't like it in curry. I don't like it in savory food. Have you had Bulldog ramen? I love Bulldog ramen. Bulldog ramen, especially ×2 spicy Bulldog ramen. I like Bulldog ramen so much that I actually bought the sauce by itself. And I used to eat like a bunch of stuff cooked. Actually, this is a great background. Okay. Ooh, Mr. Neutral Tuesday, thank you for the raid, by the way. Welcome, raiders. Hi. We're talking about Japanese curry and how I made a bomb-ass curry today. Yeah, no, Baldock. Hi, Cake. I love your art. Hope your stream is going awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, no, I love Baldock, and I especially love ×2. I used to put ×2 sauce in everything, right? I don't do it as much anymore because, you know, I'm trying to cut down calories. And, unfortunately, sadly for me, Baldock sauce is, not the most calorically good thing. It's basically a sweet, spicy chicken sauce. It is a kill you sauce, right? But... Yo, dude, I want to say your Super Mario VR room was super sick looking. Thank you! And also, excellent use of the word super. And you even have super in your username. Cool. Thank you. I'm really happy that people like that world. Just to see how much it's blown up has been really cool. I think it's... Like, it is officially the second most favorited world I have now, which is kind of crazy. I actually haven't checked in a while. Let me see. I don't know how many favorites this thing has. Yeah, it is my second most favorited world. My first one obviously being Palm Plaza EXE. But the Mario world got so much attention in such a short time. And I'm definitely taking a break though, admittedly. Like artistically, I've just been kind of like busted lately. So after finishing that project, I'm just like, I'm gonna chill out a little bit, you know? Oh, something I wanted to mention, by the way. Witchy was nice enough to put the link up there. But the PB and Finley bag plushes are available for 5 more days. So if you have been wanting to get one, the time is ticking. You got 5 more days to do it. And again, I also recommend getting the bundle that has both of them because it is technically a little cheaper to get both of them. Right? So, if you've been wanting a little bag clip plush of me or, you know, a Rainbow Catboy, go ahead and grab one. Have you ever tried grating cheese on top of Baldock ramen? No. See, here's the thing. I already feel bad whenever I eat ramen, right? I don't eat ramen, like, almost ever anymore because it's just a lot of calories and carbs, and not enough protein. So... the idea, I'm sure it's good, right? I'm sure it's delicious, but the idea of putting cheese on top of that just, I feel like that could be the only thing I eat that day, and it would still go over my calorie limit for the day, you know? I just remembered today to get them. Yeah, no. 5 more days. I'll obviously be making some announcements in my server, which you should absolutely join if you want to stay updated with my streams and art and pretty much everything I'm up to. My server hears about it first, so definitely check that out. Cake, I have spaghetti. Want some? Ah, dude, I actually would love spaghetti. I'm not gonna lie. I would fuck with spaghetti so hard right now. But I made some bomb-ass curry, and I'm full already. I ate it at like 3, and I'm still full. So, you know. However, the idea of spaghetti sounds incredible. I have wanted spaghetti since I finished the Mario world. I think I got pizza like once, and that was it. Most of the time I've just been eating like chicken and rice and vegetables pretty much every day. You know, I had fish tacos and booze yesterday, but that was different, you know? Might be a bad idea, but I want to try to, I want to see if this messes things up. I still can't bounce as much as I'd like to with the marshmallow physics, but I can squish them. Wait, did the stream freeze? Okay, nope. Nope. Stream's fine. Cake, have you seen the Resident Evil Veronica remake? I saw the trailer for it. I'm very happy about that. I don't know anything about Code Veronica, but I know it's like super duper important to the lore. And it's nice that it's getting a remake, right? Because that kind of covers all the really, like, important Resident Evil games, right? Like, once Code Veronica... Sorry, I got really distracted. I was looking at my boobs for a sec. I'm just like, big smile on my face, just like, nice. I still have to adjust them. I gotta perform a little bit more boob science. Because again, I'd really like them to bounce a lot more. Then again, maybe if they were implants, that is more realistically how they bounce, but I don't know. Alright, back to normal. Back to normal. When are we gonna get a remake of 5? Never! We're never getting a remake of 5. 5 is one of those games that's very divisive amongst Resident Evil people. And I think they want to fully go back to the horror of it, you know? While my normal boobs can't squish, I can't deny that I really like the way they bounce. So it's fine. We'll be exchanging a bigger squish redeem later. Do I have a squish redeem? I don't remember that. You just call me fucking Bouncy Castle. Yeah, I ain't arguing with a boy with gigantic titties. Okay, Bouncy Castle. We'll just make 5 more horror-y. I don't know if you can. I really don't know if you can. I'm not the best person to comment on Resident Evil 5 2. My experience with that game is that I was invited to play it. I had never played it. I was bad at it, and then I was told, you know, everybody at school was told how horrible I was at Resident Evil 5, and I'm just like, okay. So, I have no desire to play Resident Evil 5, frankly. I really like Resident Evil, but, like, Jomes and Hoagie want me to play the fuck out of that game, and I don't know. Cake, honest question, what got you into men with giant tits? Alright, that's a complicated question. So, one, my friend Booster Pang has been drawing busty boys for years, and I wasn't, you know, the concept was neat, right, because I love huge tits, but I didn't know if I was all in on the man part, right, yet, right? But, there came a time, I don't remember exactly when, I think I've always liked femboys, right, I'm a big femboy fan, and, the very first time that I saw a femboy that I was just like, god damn, was Ferris, from, ReZero, right? Ferris, you know, the catboy femboy character. And I think, you know, there was always a part of me that liked femboys. But I think the moment that I was like, oh no, like something just kind of snapped to me. There's this one video of a person dressed up as Ferris at like a convention. Really good cosplay of Ferris, right? And someone's like, oh yeah, I love your costume, and they're just like, oh thanks dude. And it was so fucking awesome. I was like, oh, that's like the hottest thing ever. Oh no. Because like femboys are great, but femboys that sound like, you know, they have like masculine voices, I don't know. Something about it just activates the neurons. I kind of, so alright, this is going to be kind of silly, but one thing that I'm not the biggest fan of when it comes to, like, if we're talking, like, the actual context of the characters in their original form, right? I really wish they didn't have, like, girl voices. I really wish they had, like, femboy voices, because that's so much hotter. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's... Ferris is way hotter when people voice him or, like, dub him in things, like, as a guy, than as opposed to what he's like in the anime where he just sounds like a girl, right? Same goes for Astolfo. Like, Astolfo is the king of femboys. We can't really deny this. But I love it when... I guess I can kind of excuse Astolfo, because Astolfo sounding like a girl, I guess, is part of it, right? No, his name is Ferris. Felix is his mistranslated name. I called him Felix for years, but his actual name is Ferris. So, I mean, you can look it up. You can look it up. You may just think, like, what are you talking about? But, like, I promise you, just look it up. His name is Ferris. Either way, it kind of all just, you know, hit me at once, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't really deny it anymore. I like femboys. I love femboys. And then basically going back to the idea of busty boys, right? The idea of a femboy having a gigantic fat ass is already awesome, right? We all love a good femboy with a fat ass, right? But a femboy with a fat ass and gigantic fake boobs is really, really fucking hot. It's great. Just great. So, kind of just that combination of things, right? I'm definitely a femboy fan, I'll tell you that much. Now, I wouldn't say that I am particularly deep into, like, quote-unquote, the culture or anything, like social media or whatever. And I know that, like, I don't know. I know there's stuff that happens in communities and stuff. But, like, just for me as an outsider, I'm just like, I love femboys. I love them. Not much better than a femboy, I'll say that. Especially a femboy catboy. There's something that hits different about a femboy catboy, you know? Yeah, I would imagine, you know, being that the people here probably enjoy a femboy or two. Hell, I have some friends that I have some good friends that are femboys, like Moxie, right? Moxie is a wonderful friend of mine, and he's a femboy catboy, and you should go watch his streams. Somebody give a shout out to Moxie6 for me real quick, because we're talking about femboy catboys. I might as well promote one, right? Oh yeah, fembros are an ideal of mine. That's a super fun idea. I love that. Oh, we got a meow for me. Let's see if I can. My throat's a little dry from the lack of water. There we go. I was able to bust it out. Excellent. I gotta work on the variations of my meows, honestly. Like I said, I've still gotta practice that other meows. New word discovered today, fembros. Yeah, I drew a fembro picture forever ago. Like, I drew like a femboy, and then I did a fembro. And people liked that drawing, but then a lot of other people got really, really, really angry at me for that drawing. I actually got blocked by a couple artists for drawing that. And I was like, weird. But, you know, I don't know if you remember that picture. It was literally just like two dudes. Like, one was a femboy and another one was another femboy, but dressed like a frat dude with a with a beer. Are you saying PB is not a fembro? PB definitely counts as a fembro, I would say. He's definitely more on the, I mean, looks like a fucking bimbo. Is a bimbo, I guess. But definitely more of the, like, yeah, I'm a dude kind of thing, you know? Draw more then, it's awesome. Maybe I will. I've been in, I'm getting more in a boy mood lately, you know? When introducing cat femboys to each other, do you gotta keep them in different rooms until they get used to each other's scents? Nah, bro. Just two cat boy femboys, you just put them together and see what happens. They might fight, you know, but they'll be fine. They get used to it. Oh, dude, no, absolutely. If I, you get boobs this big, of course you're letting the boys, like, touch them, you know, just for fun. It's like, hey, man, can I, like, lift your boobs up and drop them? It's like, yeah, of course. Go for it, you know? Get your hands on those, you know? Not really into men, but I found the concept of busty boys interesting. I feel that. I feel that. I definitely am more of a fan of, like, feminine men, you know? I'm definitely more of a fan of, like, femininity as an aesthetic. Although sometimes you see a boy here and there. You see some of them Genshin Impact boys and just how beautiful they are, and you're like, oh man, fuck, that's a man right there, holy moly. Wait, so Finley would be violent with another Finley if they're in the same room together. What? No, Finley's fine. Rock was talking about other cat boys. Like cat boy femboys, right? If you were to have two... That's a question for Mox. Mox might know. I'm gonna have to ask Moxie next time he's streaming. Also, thank you for drawing Finley with stubble. No problem. I think it's fun sometimes to remind people that those two characters are men. Because pretty much everybody forgets Finley is a man, which, you know, I get, right? He's a sparkly rainbow cat with gigantic tits. And you would look at that character and not be like, that's a man, but that is a man. So it's kind of fun sometimes to show busty boys in a more not done up state, you know what I mean? Finley is an angel. I love Finley. I love drawing him. What's not manly about rainbows, huh? Yeah, I know, right? I fucking love rainbows. I love rainbows and sparkles and glitter and stars and clouds and moons, and I love all that stuff. And, fuck, dude. I'm taking it back. It's mine again. So, how does the stubble happen on a fur-covered face? Cartoon. It is a cartoon character. It is a busty boy bimbo cartoon at that. So, I imagine by Mallbun furry logic that they are able to grow facial hair if they, you know, don't tend to it somehow, you know? I have actually wanted to draw, like, an alternate reality version of Finley where some kind of apocalypse happened and he has, like, an eye patch or something. But I don't know how I would do it and make him still rainbowy. I don't know. I don't think Finley is capable of growing, like, a full-ass beard. I feel like PB out of the two probably could. I'm not attracted to stubbles or facial hair on furries, but it does look cool. I mean, yeah. It's, you know, less an attractive thing and more just like, it's kind of fun to show, you know, I like sleepy characters. I don't know. I've always liked sleepy characters. I love showing characters with, like, bedhead, like, waking up and just being kind of messy. Like, it's very cute to me. I've been drawing Cassie and Maggie like that for years. And, Finley was especially fun because, you know, you see him as all this, you know, like, kind of sparkly, you know, fun, you know, guy. I was about to say little guy. There ain't nothing little about that guy. He's, like, 6 feet tall, and he has gigantic tits. But, I thought it would be fun to show him being, like, super sleepy and, like, not done up, right? Or, like, what does his hair look like, you know? He has all the crazy colors, but it's like, I didn't fucking do anything with it, so it's just here, you know? I always wonder if I'm not quite into guys because I prefer femboys. I mean, yeah. It is, like I said, well, not like I said, it's like everyone said, sexuality is a spectrum, and it is, you know, not everyone fits into the same camps, right? because some dudes, well, a lot of dudes like masculine dudes, right? The typical, like, I guess bear kind of stuff, right? Like, a lot of people find that super attractive. A lot of women obviously find that attractive. A lot of dudes find that attractive. And then you might be on the other end where you just prefer femininity. And when it comes to like a dude being feminine, there's something like really hot about that. You know what I mean? It's just the way that like wires cross, Everyone has their own thing. For me, like I said, I'm definitely attracted to femininity to the point of, looking like it. So, but I do love me a good femboy. Hot is hot, yeah, I agree. Personally, I like chubby girls and buff men. Hell yeah. There is a part of me, just that kind of like little monkey brain part, that's not so much attracted to it, but more just the idea of like, that's cool, like with those like gigantic jacked people, right? And if I really wanted to, like, I would be that, right, in real life. I have a body type where I put on muscle very, very quickly. And I don't work out my upper arms almost at all, and I still am fucking jacked, honestly, when it comes to my arms. So, like, there is a part of me that is like, that like masculine urge to be like, oh man, what if I was just really fucking strong and awesome, But, I think I would rather look more like this, if we're being honest. I mean, you might have been able to tell. A friend of mine basically built themselves into Vegeta. Holy shit, that's cool. That's actually so fucking awesome. They gave themselves the widow's peak and everything. Hello. Let's find another background. Maybe it could be behind the candy? Nah, you can't really see much. You know what? I haven't done anything in Burger King. Let's go to Burger King. For those of you who don't know, the world I'm in is called Imperial, or Plaza Imperial. And it's an excellent world, and you should absolutely go check it out. It is one of the best looking malls in VR chat. Burger King, yay! I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't get fast food anymore, right? Because honestly, it's not very good for you. But the day I saw Backrooms, I actually got Wendy's for the first time in probably like a year, right? Because I used to love Wendy's. I don't live near one though. And I gotta say, it tasted good, but there was also a huge part of me that was just like, why did I eat that, I kind of wish I had just gotten the chicken nuggets instead. Ghost Burger? It would be terrible if there were such things as ghost burgers. I love chicken fries. Chicken fries are like never good. I don't know why everyone loves the chicken fries so much. I've gotten them maybe like 6 times in my life, and they're always so fucking dry, bro. They're always like so ashy and sad. I don't get it. Like, I had the mozzarella sticks once, like the mummy fries or whatever, and those were pretty good. But oh yeah, the ghost pepper burger was great. You have to order vegetables on it. For some reason, because otherwise it's just a salty spice burger. A spicy or a salty. It's a spicy salt burger, yeah, unless you order the vegetables. But that sounds like a problem in your location, Cake. The ones here are pretty good. I've had them in multiple locations. They've never been good. I don't understand. I think I live in a different reality, because every time I talk to somebody about Burger King, they always say like, oh, the fries are so good. The chicken fries, you gotta get the chicken fries. And I'm just like, dude, why? Why? They're never good. They're always dry, dude. It's like a waste of money. Also, you're getting a free bounty, because there hasn't been any bounties this stream. And that's just sad. How can we not bounce? I actually like Burger King, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a Burger King defender. I had the worst Burger King ever when I was in high school, and then another Burger King brought me around. Burger King ain't top tier, but they are pretty good when they're fresh, you know? I'm so sorry, Radical Speeder. The unfortunate truth is that Wendy's will just forever be the best one. And but they're slacking lately. They're getting lazy. I think Wendy's has kind of fallen off a bit. Because every time I've gone to Wendy's, it's never the best thing ever. It's never like it used to be. It's always like it takes too long and then the food is not as good as it used to be. So who knows? Cake, how much are you burying me in cheese? Oh, how much for you burying me in cheese? I mean, hey, if you provide the cheese and it comes pre-grated, I mean, I'll bury you in cheese. Unless you mean something else, in which that could have just occurred to me, and we may have to rethink this now. Which world is this, Cake? This is called Plaza Imperial, and it is a recreation of a 2000s mall in Spain by Nov Redwolf. Another furry VR chat creator. They've made a much more detailed and realistic mall than I've ever made. And I've made a bunch of malls, but I had to go check it out, especially because they messaged me today about a song. And then I realized later, it's like, oh yeah, no, you're the Fruta Guerrero person, holy moly. They're a great modeler. Like I said, I should really do something with them. Oh, you're getting Portillo's? Okay, be careful. Portillo's has that milkshake. That is the most caloric thing you will ever eaten or drink in your life. Next time I go to Portillo's, I'm getting the smallest shake I can possibly get. Because I got like a medium last time, and I literally had to nap on the couch for like 2 hours. It was insane. I've never felt that bad. And not bad in the way of like, oh, I'm sick, but more like I need to process that now. It was like eating a piece of cake in a milkshake. That's literally what it is. So, you know, be careful. But, fuck, dude. I'm jealous. Culver's is one of the better ones. I've never had Culver's. Culver's is something that Hoagie has told me, like, oh man, Cake, you gotta have Culver's. Culver's got the burger butter. Culver's is the best. Man, I love Culver's. And it's like, I've never had it. I've never seen one in real life. I've had Whataburger before, and I've never even seen Culver's. You know what I mean? So I can't even, I can't even really comment on Culver's. Isn't this just weirdly nice? Like, the lighting fixtures and like the pictures on the wall and the lamp, like I'm in Burger King right now in a mall. It's crazy. What a good world. I don't think Culver's exists in Spain. Apparently Burger King exists in Spain because that's where we are. So spot on shoulder cat impression. Oh, Cake, you gotta get Culver's. Culver's is so good. That's not even the way he talks. That's just a voice we've given to be a character that is somewhat of an imitation of him. Man, I was looking for a video well, I don't keep up with everything I retweet. Sometimes I just see a thing I like and I go boop, and there it is, you know? I don't know what that is, Rick. Bro, food service fucking sucked. I actually worked at McDonald's for like a year. Or actually, I worked at McDonald's for like 6 months, more like, and I fucking hated it. It was one of the worst things ever. Not because the job itself was horrible, but because all the cool people left when college rolled around. So I was stuck with weird people, and it was not fun. Man, you guys are giving me some like really specific questions that I have like no idea. Instead of just being like, hey, what do you think about so-and-so? It's like, hey, what are you know... This thing you've never heard of. What do you think about it? You ever listen to the dub of Sasha from Animal Crossing? What? No, I didn't even know there was one. Can we get a manly hydrate? So I did take out hydrate today. There's no hydrate. But I can... I can look over at my desk for something that I've got to find real quick. Right? So, even though there's no hydrate or moisturize today, let me root around. I think I dropped something. Nope, can't find it. Trust me, my boy, I would absolutely be hydrating if I could. I am so fucking dry right now. I'm so thirsty. I miss ice, dude. My drinks are so warm. Because my refrigerator is like broken, it's not making ice anymore. So the freezer part's just not working in the slightest. So we must moisturize him. Somebody pour water on this boy. Alright, let's go somewhere else. Alright, here, I'm gonna turn off the camera just for a sec. This gives me such a weird feeling looking at, like, this particular part. I don't know what it is, like, the rest of it is gorgeous, obviously, it's super detailed. There's something about this hallway that feels very similar to a place I've been. I don't know if it's like an airport, or if it's like... I mean, I've definitely been to a mall that looks like this before. Because in America... When you think of, like, the typical mall, right, you obviously think of, like, 90s ones that usually have, like, concrete ceilings and stuff. But a lot of malls in America really do have this kind of, like... Well, this is, like, a fancier version of it, but it's, like, a warehouse ceiling. You know? I don't know what it is. It's just this hallway right here, in particular, is so nice. Like, I'd love to walk in this mall. If I ever go to Spain, I know where I'm going. The hallway really looks like Spain's Barajas airport. It really does feel like an airport, doesn't it? But then again, malls and airports, like I said earlier in the stream, they are kind of like... They're siblings, I would say, aesthetically. Airports are modern-day malls, but with more traffic in between them. Reminds me of inside the Halifax International Airport. I don't know if I've been to that one. I've been to I've been to the Toronto Airport. Airports are international malls. They're travel malls, you know? There we go. We have a nice big long hallway to look at. I actually want to check out another world real quick, because it might be fun to just stop by somewhere real quick. I already showed you the Backrooms Hub, that was really fun. Recently visited. Oh, I gotta show you a really cool world, hang on. Alright. Let's exit the mall for a bit and go to a place called Cyberlove. This one's really nice. Sayu showed it to me last night. Alright, let me just turn off the camera real quick. So this is Cyber Love, which is an incredibly detailed, just really good-looking world. Look, you can get a can of anime. But what's really cool about this world is just the freaking detail in the modeling, right? I love the kind of like retro tech aesthetic they've kind of gone for here. It's so like convincing. Can I pick up this camera? Hang on. Oh, whoops. Hang on. Can I do anything or? Oh, nope, you don't take pictures with it. It's just a box. Gamer Sups. Oh, if only they did have Gamer Sups. Then you could use code CAKE for 10% off your order and be more hydrated than me right now because I am not able to. Phone! Oh, yeah! Oh, look at this guy. That's what you call a phone. Ooh. Oh my fucking god, that's awesome. Boop. The modeling in these worlds is just insane to me. Oh, what are you? This person should be like making games with how like amazing they are at modeling and just art. Whoa! Oh, it floats. Okay. Can I pick up any of these pens? You can, and they're realistically scattered. Let me use, I want pink. I love it when worlds have realistic markers and stuff. Alright. What am I gonna draw? Yeah, I'm gonna draw Finley. And got a planet and a star. Do that. And you know what? Let's go ahead and there we go. I actually haven't hand-drawn his logo in a long time. It's kind of like a rainbow, like that, yeah. Yay, Finley! Oh, hang on. Boop, boop. Yeah, there we go, his other arm. And a sweater, and then that, yeah, there we go. And over here as well. Oh! Poison! Thank you for the raid! Finley. Alright. Let's look around a little bit more. Whoa, okay, okay, we're in the green room apparently, the dice, okay. Alright, depending on how this dice lands, someone in chat has to die, unfortunately. Oh! The person who made the malls here, hi! Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I loved your world. I had to show it off. You did an amazing job. I don't know if you guys can see the chat right now, but yeah, no, I loved your mall world. I wanted to show everybody. It's called Imperial Plaza, and it is excellent. All right, who is dying today? Let's see. 5, huh? Sorry, Giga. You know what that means? I think these are mirrors. This is a mirror, yes! Oh, hang on, I'm clipping into the ground a little bit. I don't know if you can actually, like, see... I don't know if you can see my feet very well. Yeah, you can. Okay. Turn that off. I'm just happy to be included. Let's go. Again, this world normally plays different music too, but for VOD reasons I have to, like, have my own playlist. Man, this is nice. It almost makes me wonder if it's from something, you know? Or if this is all, like, original. Can I open this? Yeah, okay, there we go. This is probably what's actually playing, but again... You got the gamer bed, you know? The elevator last night didn't go anywhere. It just takes you to, like, a box. It's kind of weird. This bed, I've seen this kind of bed all over the place before, right? The gamer bed, and it's always got, like, it's this massive low bed with, like, I don't know what kind of chair you would call this, but it always has, like, these chair things. I've never seen a human being with a bed like this in my life. It looks cool here. I'm not criticizing it. It's excellent here. I've just noticed products like it being sold before, but people just don't get them. Maybe it's just because there's not a lot of room, you know? Would you want a bed like that? Maybe one day. I don't know. I kind of want a water bed. I'm not gonna lie. I had a water bed, or I've slept on a water bed before, I should say. I never had one myself. But water beds are cool. I know we don't make them anymore for, like, a good reason, but they're kind of neat. Cyberlove seems like one of those worlds. If you know, you know. Take bit. You can ERP anywhere. People who ERP in VR chat do not care. They will go anywhere and do it. Ah, that's that looks like Finley's TV with all the stickers and stuff around it. I really like how it has, like, the fake brands and stuff too, so it's, like, consistent with world building. I'm always a big sucker for rounded CRT TVs. Cyberpunk. I bet living in a place like this in real life would be just, like, horrible. It's really pretty to think about, though. Oh my eye. Like, if you didn't have to pay money, living somewhere like here would probably be really nice. Big lore across Cyberlove world. Oh yeah, I think I've seen more worlds by this person. Push. What's this button do? It's making both my controllers vibrate for some reason, but I don't know why. Oh look, it's Finley. Hi, Finley. Yeah, last time I went to the elevator, I know you can go down it. But we went to ground floor, and it's just this. There's nothing. There's just a box. Maybe it's something for, Patreon people or something. Can you go up here? I guess not. Hello, Finley. It sure is nice. Woo! See, it really likes going under my boobs. This is kind of nice. I really, I appreciate variations of the cyberpunk aesthetic. The TV in that world has a channel that shows what's in the box. Oh, I see. So it's like you could just make fake news things. That's fun. I'm gonna go back to the kitchen where I belong. Because I'm getting better at cooking, so... I don't know if it's hard to see me, though. We're only gonna stream for a few more minutes anyways, because time's almost up and I want to watch the Among Us cartoon. Which, you know, fantastic activity to do after doing Sunday Bunday. Hey, let's watch the Among Us cartoon. Wait, hang on, there's stuff over here. Post-process. Oh, you can make it brighter. Okay. Neat. Bloom type, tame, soft, AO type. Cake is becoming best male wife. Listen, man. I am pretty dang good at cooking and cleaning. I am also good at baking. I make a mean brownie. I'm also good at curry. So, you know, think about it. I don't know what there is to think about, but, you know, think about it. Among Us cartoon. Yeah, there's an Among Us cartoon. And I'm gonna be watching it tonight, because, I mean, I've got to, right? It's Among Us. I've never been the biggest fan of Among Us, but admittedly I do like at it, you know? It does feel a little late, but I feel like Among Us is probably going to forever be... It'll have its place, like, culturally forever. It may not be the most relevant thing right now, but I think at the end of the day, people... It's ingrained into meme cultures. Meme cultures, wow, why did I say that like Squizgar? I'm shocked since you didn't really have an Among Us phase. Nah, I didn't really play Among Us that much. I played with Sayu. Sayu really likes Among Us. And Sayu basically forced us to start thinking Among Us was funny. To the point where whenever we would see Among Us's and everything, we would show her. You know how, you know, everything looks like an Among Us at the end of the day. But me personally, I didn't have I didn't have an Among Us theme. I think it's a good game. I think it's kind of a stressful game, though. Gaslit into Among Us, yes. Unfortunately, we were. So... yeah, Sayu infected me. I was never into it like she is. Like, Sayu actually has, like, an Among Us figure in her PC. You know, from what I understand. No, it's my friend Sayu. It's funny, every time I mention my friend Sayu in real life, people are like, "You're friends with Sayu?" I'm like, no, not the VTuber. Not the VTuber. My friend is also named Sayu. I don't know much about the VTuber named Sayu. I'll have to look into it. Hello, I'm the brownie gremlin. I will steal your brownies. I slap your little hand. I go, no. You gotta wait. Because I pulled the toothpick out and it did not come out dry. I haven't made brownies in a while, but I do make a pretty good brownie. I'm more of a chocolate chip cookie guy, though. There was a phase in my life, and by phase, I mean 10 years or so, where I would bake chocolate chip cookies like every weekend, and I would just get better and better at it. I would especially do it in summer because for some reason I have this weird little association with like baking and playing Majora's Mask every summer. I don't bake as much anymore, obviously, because I eat healthy. I watch what I eat now, but there is a part of me that's like, you know, I could go for some cookies at some point. I will make you a cookie. I will make you a cookie and I will hand it to you and you will be like, you know? Now, I don't know if you've ever had, like, a brownie with, like, chocolate chip cookie dough on the bottom, but that stuff is just divine. It is, I guess they call it brookies, right? Which I don't like that name. I'm not a fan of that name. I'd rather call it brownie cookies, but man, it was good. Oh, and I put Oreos on top, too, because I didn't care about my cholesterol, apparently. Cake will eventually learn to make protein cookies. I know you can make them, but it's one of those things where I don't have the protein powder for it. That's the problem. I need to get protein powder, and protein powder ain't cheap. It's like $50 for a big thing, you know? Oh, well, it's late in Spain, but I'm going to sleep. Before I do, I want to thank you again for showing my world. It made me so happy to sit on your live stream. Of course! Of course! Like I was telling them earlier, you messaged me about the song, and I was like, I took a look at the world, and I was like, oh yeah, this is like amazing. And then of course I looked at who made it, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. It's this person. I have to. No, it was my pleasure to show off your world. And again, the mall world that I was at is called Plaza Imperial. You can look it up on VR chat. I think it's PC only. I'm pretty sure. Really lovely mall. Really fantastic recreation. So go check it out. Thank you for making a cool mall that I can hang out in, because I'm a little slut for malls. I love malls. I can never get enough malls. And now you've given me a mall that I have to work towards now, because that's a pretty damn good mall. So, and Giga, thank you for giving them a sub. But my friends, it is once again that time. My throat is so dry. Normally I have plenty of moisturizers and drinks during a stream, but boy howdy, I could use it. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and hop away. Thank you for hanging out with me and looking at this mall, and also looking at this world. I wanted to do a little bit more world hopping, but I got a little too caught up in the vibes. But either way, I will probably see you tomorrow. We're probably gonna do Mario Monday. I have no idea what we're going to do for Mario Monday. Like, I never know, but there's plenty of ROM hacks and plenty of things to play. So, for now, good night, everybody, and it was good to see you, as always. And I'm gonna go this way. No! Stay! Alright. Goodbye, everybody.